Tonight, the questions nobody wants to touch are going live. Join Tiff and the Punisher at 7:45 p.m. Eastern for a raw, unfiltered discussion about CPS, families, court battles, false claims, custody nightmares, and the fight to protect parental rights. If you have been silenced, dismissed, threatened, or forced to carry your story alone, this is your chance to speak. Chime in live. Share what happened. You may even be invited on to tell your story in your own words. CPS Breaking News is where victims, parents, and advocates come together to expose the truth, support each other, and push for a fairer system. Don't just watch from the sidelines. Be part of the conversation. Tonight at 7:45 p.m. Eastern with Tiff and the Punisher. Join the fight for parental rights.
They told you to stay quiet. They said the system is too big, too complicated, too rigged for a parent to fight. They were counting on you believing that. Right now, 328,000 children are in foster care, many of them removed through investigations that buried your rights before you knew you had them. Your constitutional protections are real. Due process, the Fourth Amendment. The 14th. What's missing shows you where they were violated and hands you the proof. That system is the CPS Punisher, AI case analysis. 24 types of constitutional violations detected. Court-ready documents generated in seconds. Every state. Full law library. Case timeline. AI legal chat. It reads your case and surfaces what they hoped you'd never find. Procedural errors, rights deprivations, missed statutes. Then it builds the motion. Instant. Your rights, written into strategy. Your children are counting on you. Stop fighting without the tools that can actually win. Go to thecpspunisher.com.
Tomorrow night, the reckoning begins on gunning.
They are taking our kids every day. A child a minute, no one has a thing to say for those who have been isolated. Don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up, everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallets. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We have done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You will no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She's tired of our kids being taken. God damn it. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher screaming out loud about a CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up by Tiff Tack. Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with hot speed. We will do so much being together. The birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come. Picking you off one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. Your judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher Warrior. And we cry out to all you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. Our children are being stolen away too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping.
That's a big one.
Woo, Lordy Lord. What's up, Tiff?
Oh, it's Wednesday.
Here it is, another day of the week that we're alive. So that's good. And I bet you we think we got all parents here accounted for. Up here, what did they say? All present and accounted for. We got all of our parents out here, all present and accounted for. Everybody that was here
I don't see anybody yet.
Oh yeah, well, maybe that will help if we put the chat up there so they could maybe see that. We got everybody, right? Everybody's hanging on. We got everybody. Good, good. I mean, we've been trying to get ourselves a guest today, and well, you know, things are just, you know, they're there, they're not. They come, they go. They want to be on, they don't want to be on. They're scared, they're not. They're this, they're that. It's scary, you know, coming out here and telling your story. It really is, but you need to tell it. You got to tell it. It's, you know, I think that telling your story is a good way to get yourself rehab back in the game. It's a great way for you to get out there and not be embarrassed about the fact that CPS was, because you know what, at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day, or at the middle of the day, guess what? CPS still took your kids. So, you know, you can't sugarcoat it, you can't hide it. So just get it out there and just tell people that this is what happened. And if they look at you like you're crazy, punch them in the face. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But, you know, like, you need to start just working on getting it out there. So if coming on the show, telling your story without hiccups in this, you know what I mean? Because people are going to look at you like you're crazy. Because first of all, they're not going to believe what you tell them.
Nope.
They don't want to believe. Nobody believes. I didn't used to believe this, and now I know a lot of other people didn't. But a lot of people are not going to believe that our government and CPS does this terrible thing that we are all accusing them of doing.
Steals kids for profit.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be the first thing that everybody's like, no, that's not true. You're just a bad parent.
No, that is true. And whether you're a bad parent or not, they still take your kids for profit.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, learn these things. Explain this to people. Shut their mouths or turn them on to it. You know what I mean? Like, but the number one thing you got to do is get out and telling your story and making your story smooth. Don't be like, you know, like shit like that. You want to be able to just deliver it smoothly. Like, don't miss a beat, you know, make it just slicker than shit, you know, because people are going to second guess you. If you don't, you know, if you're hiccuping and you're all that, they're going to, number one, you're going to lose attention. Because here's the one thing too that you need to realize: no one listens to us. They all think we're crazy.
Yeah.
They give us like 5 minutes of their time, if that. And then it's funny when you first start telling your story, right, Tiff? Like, you start talking really fast because you're like, okay, we're getting to the best part here. Hold on. And then, you know, you try to hurry up to keep their attention, you know. It's kind of funny that you do that, but you do.
Nobody wants to hear it until it happens to them, and then they're going to want somebody to hear them.
Tell me the story
And,
again, Tiff.
well, no, and then they're going to see what it feels like when that person was coming to you and telling you what happened, and you didn't have time to listen. Now it's happened to you. Now they're finding out that what they did to you, somebody else is doing to them. So it's like a repetitive circle.
Did you just say something?
What?
Did you just say
Are
something?
you serious? Are
No,
you serious?
idiot. No, that's what that feels like when you're telling your story to people.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
What'd you
Oh
say?
my
What
Lord.
happened again?
Yeah, well, oh my God, that's terrible. Really, what was terrible? The thing that they said about taking the kids. Which part? Because you have it very dissected in your mind, you know. But yeah, so get on here. Who wants to come in here? And we'll give you 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. We'll time it, and tell us your story, the best, most effective way that you can tell it. 5 minutes, and then we'll do a 2-minute question and answer after, and then you're out. But who wants to come in and do this? Let's try this. These are exercises, people. These are exercises that we're here to work with you and educate you and get you to, you know, start telling your story. Because you go from no one wants to hear it, and you know what? There's no worse feeling than telling your story, and then someone's like, "Hold on a minute, let me get my phone." Like, you're literally telling them how your soul has been ripped out of you, stomped on the ground, and horrid things have been done to it. And they're like, "Oh, hold on a minute, let me go get this phone call. I'll be right back." Or things like that. To sidetrack the importance of someone telling the story. It tears you up when people do that. But it's going to happen, guarantee that. So I do this.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go. You think it up.
I think that the more people that get their stories out, the more and more people are going to learn the truth, right? Because that's what the system wants you to do. They want you just to sit down and shut the fuck up. Don't tell anybody. And and even if you tell people, who's gonna believe you? Well, believe me, there's some people. Well, there's actually a lot of people that will believe you because they've been in the same situation. The people that don't want to believe you have never been in our situations or your situation, whatever the case may be. But everybody needs to get their stories out. I don't care. I mean, it has to come out. The truth, listen, the truth always comes out, right? It doesn't matter. The truth always prevails, whether it happened today, next, or years down the road. The truth will come out.
Mm-hmm. So let's let it out right here on the show right now. Who's got a story that they want to tell? I'll give you 5 minutes. And it doesn't work if you're watching this in the rerun. You can't do it then. So it's got to be one of you guys that are watching us right now. Otherwise, it'll be ineffective. Let's see. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, yeah. Cash. We got Facts in the house. Facts. Do you know anything about Miss Cambron? Brenda, I supposedly was going to court. Everybody, let's give a strong salute to this one right here. Everybody, I'll put that up in the corner. Let me put it on here. I'm going to drop me and Tiff's picture off real quick. And then you guys check this graphic out because this is what we need help with right now. But we're going to have prayers to this right here that I'm going to put up on behind. All right. Brenda's having a tough time, guys. Brenda's a machine in this movement, or this survivors group, or this element of what we are. And she needs some prayers and some help, guys. So please do that for her. She was a voice. She was a woman who did not care what she said, and she said it. I mean, and she was on a quest to tell her story, and she didn't care who, whatever. She would tell the homeless guy around the corner. She would tell the president of the United States. Didn't matter who, they were going to know her story. And it's quite an interesting one with her, for sure. That woman had balls. But her story's great, and she will be back to tell it again. So I'm not going to waste our time with telling her story. I'm just going to let you all know that please pray for her, because she really needs it.
Yeah, we need to pray.
Prayers up, babe.
We also still need to pray for Danielle. She sent me a message and said that her son's been gone for 90 days now. So keep her in your prayers. Keep Osiris in your prayers. Hopefully he's got like 14 days, and then I think everything should be okay. The gentleman that's
he's got a Jesus.
Yeah, they still haven't come. They got 14 days. So I guess his time started for New Jersey the day that Pennsylvania dismissed all the charges. The guy that was on here with the sheets that showed us where everything really leads to.
Yeah, Daniel. Yeah.
So keep all of them in your prayers, man, because they came at all of us.
Daniel Daniel actually wanted to come in tonight.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's got some new information for us.
Well, see if he still wants to come on, but I can't be on longer than an hour tonight because I got to work tomorrow. They came for Darren first. Then they went for Danielle. Then Brenda. Then me. Then Osiris. And Becca. So that's all of us.
And Fowler. Yep, and Fowler.
Oh, they came after her too now?
Well, remember her house got lit on fire and all that, and the house next door to it blew up.
7.
Same way ours did. So
7.
Yep. 7 isn't a coincidental number.
No, but it's also a good number, right? Like 7 days.
Yeah, it's our number.
Yeah.
That's our number. July.
Yeah, we rock.
Yeah. Hey guys, let's check out. Let's see how let me show you guys this here. Have you guys seen reunificationcentral.com? Probably not, because not a lot of people have signed up for it yet. We need people to sign up for this, because this thing grows with the more we add to this, the more it grows, the more people get aware of it. So reunificationcentral.
I have a question while you pull that up. So
question away.
With the CPS Punisher app, right?
Yep.
One of the things that it asks you is for a case number. Well, what if you don't have a case number, Darren?
Well, if you don't have one, you can just enter a set of zeros, Tiff, or some sort of mimicking number, because that's more or less for your purposes of like for your references. So you don't have to actually submit a true case number. It's not going to grab it because of that. So you can just insert anything that you need to.
Oh, I was just wondering. Great question. Just saying, you can put, I love Tiff and the Punisher. You can put whatever you want in there for a case number. It will, well, that would be a great bumper sticker, right? All right. Someone wants the link. Which link? All right. Our link.
Right here, right above. Can you do that? Sharon July. Wait, am I saying it right here? Share Angel Astro, right? Shar Angel Astro 9921. Sarah Star Angel. What do you got to?
I have no. I don't want. I don't know.
Okay, well, you don't get to know that. All right. So here's the. They want to come in, tell their story. Sweet. I'm excited. You can either use this little QR code up here, or I'm going to put the link in the chat, and you can do that. Remember that time Becca paid attention sometimes and listened, and then when people said they need the link in the chat, that she would put it in there for us?
Yeah, didn't we just make
Sometimes?
her the manager today?
Yeah, like, yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I thought we did too because she dropped it so many times. She
Oh,
dropped it like
yes,
it was
good.
hot.
Yes.
Thank you, Becca.
Right, there's the link right there.
Hey, Dana.
Yes,
Dana can come in.
Dana's in the house?
He's the angry citizen, right?
You sure the hell is.
There he is.
What's that, a smashed heart?
I guess it's a heart. She wants the link to the website so they can share it. Come on, Dana. Come on in a day early. Who cares?
Yo, the 5 new loved ones app? Okay. Yep, sorry. I thought you meant you wanted... No, but one of them wanted to come in and share their story too. Look, sharing your story is hard. Talking about your story is hard. Coming out on a podcast and doing that is godlike. So, get yourselves...
Dana said he'll be right here.
Oh, okay. That's good. Dana, be right here. Let's see here. Reunificationcentral.com. There you go. Is right here. There you go. That's for reunificationcentral.com. The QR code I just put up over there. Find your loved ones app. It's right here. Here's the... Oh, yes, as far up as there you go. That's as far as up as we can go with that. But there's the link for it right there. Boom, boom. Oops, something just happened by me. All right. So, in Find Your Loved Ones, right here, guys. You go in, you search your profile. Oh, you know what? I've been wanting to see if this works. Oh, brings us right to here. Perfect. Look at that. Brings us right to where it wants us to be. Smack dab in the middle of Tiff and the Punisher live. So great. It does work. Ooh, I'm not a programmer, but I know people that program, and I'm learning, and it's awesome. So yeah, this is such a great site. So what you do is you come in, you search your profiles, you log in, you sign up. Come on, guys. There's only 5 of us still that have signed up.
Oh, this
One
is...
of those is included.
Hey, Darren. She said, Darren, this is the Angel Advocacy Association.
Yes, I love her.
Thank you. Thank
She
you
should
for
be coming in.
sharing.
Get her ass in here, because she's got a lot. This is the one that did the kids color run. Remember with the Canton guys, the Canton boys?
Yeah.
Remember she did the kids color run and all that? This is her. So we need to get
Is
her
Dana
in here
in the
anyway.
back room?
Is Dana in here too?
I don't know.
I'm showing this app off. Let me see who's in here.
Becca, is Dana in the
Sometimes
back room?
I think so.
Yes, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Here is we have a man in the back here. That is well, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen,
I made it.
the angry citizen.
Hallelujah.
What's up, buddy? Oh,
Someone sent me
yes,
this.
sir.
This thing arrived in the mail right out of nowhere. I have no idea where this came from. Look, check it out.
Bad arse. Where did this come from, my friend?
Some glorious, magnificent bitch sent it to me.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Some loud, outspoken, in-your-face, no bullshit taken woman with an attitude. I think her name starts with a T and rhymes with Tiffany.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Tiff. Yeah. There can only be one, Nana. There can only be one.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. My
Oh,
son's
you're
mother
welcome.
came in and saw that. And she was just like shaking her head, like, "Oh, no."
There he goes again.
Aw.
Oh, look at that. Renee's in the house too. We got all stars lined up watching us
Nice.
tonight right now, guys. We have
Nice.
like the creme de la creme. So all right, since you guys are here, and I've been on a tear this week about all of these fadvocates and all of these things. I think again it's time to pull together and try to do a roundtable of all of the said leading advocates to determine what and where in the statement and so on. Pretty much let's get everybody together that is supposedly a leading advocate or has their movement, and this could include anybody. But if you are a part of a movement that you've established or whatever, we want everybody to come together, and we need to have a roundtable meeting, and we need to focus on let's build the movement. If we're gonna be called the movement and all of this, let's get all of these leaders together and let's find out what this movement is, what the mission is, and let's finally, for once, solidify all of these things and be that movement.
Be one voice. Speak with one voice instead of thousands of tiny little voices, everyone on their own little mission or whatever. So this is something, Darren, you and I have talked about this, and I want to touch on this for our viewers, because those of you out there, if you find someone who's doing things and you support that person, whatever the movement is, if it's, Angry Punisher or whatever, and you say, hey, this guy seems to, have something going on, I'm gonna support him. I'll send him $5. I'll watch his streams, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is all great. But the single biggest obstacle I faced when I started Angry Citizen, originally, it was before COVID, but when COVID came out, I immediately knew that the entire thing was a scam. There was no question in my mind, because they were absolutely, everyone was beside themselves, running around just hyper crazy about this disease, this horrible plague that was spreading everywhere, killing people by the thousands, and hospitals were overwhelmed. And I'm looking around and I'm going, where is it, right? I didn't see this. And very quickly, a whole bunch of things happened that I knew were sinister. This whole vaccine being rolled out all of a sudden, and that pressure, people losing their jobs, the whole thing stank. And I found a bunch of people, including the man I met that originally united me with Darren and introduced me to Darren, who were various leaders of groups. And we formed a coalition initially, and we were working together. There were about 12 or 15 of us roughly in and around this particular movement. And here's what happened, America. Listen very carefully what happened. These people all had their own agenda, their own ego. They were conspicuously uncooperative to the point of my calls and texts being ignored. There was one particular group out of, I think it was Oregon, and they were very cagey, very weird and cagey. And they acted like they were all in, we're all going to work together and we're going to make things happen, and yay, us. And then I wouldn't hear from them. And their leader was conspicuously ignoring me. Like, I kept asking for meetings. I kept saying, let's meet like every morning for like 10 minutes and just talk about where we are and where we're going and what's going on. And he never responded, never, ever once responded to my text saying, let's meet. The people that are doing these movements are largely full of ego, and they won't cooperate. And if you're supporting a movement of any sort, and the people in that movement are being exclusive and being difficult and being adversarial and being uncooperative in general, don't support them, because we won't win that way. Your one little movement is not going to soar to the top and make progress. What Darren is saying is we all got to speak with one deafening voice. We all agree on this, right? We all agree on the Constitution. We all agree it's the supreme law of the land. Your rights are mine, mine are yours. And I'm not going to sit by and watch Darren have his rights stripped away from him, because if I do that, then it can happen to me. And it doesn't matter whether the Angry Citizen becomes, famous and cool, and I get to like fly around and meet important people and stuff, or Joe Rogan hosts me and whatever. It does. None of that matters. What matters is we need to be successful. See, we need to be successful. Success depends on us working together. We must work together, else we will all end up in a slave tyranny system. We're one step away right now from that happening. So get together, work together, be cooperative. And I even told people at one point, Darren, I swear, I said to one of these people, listen, man, if you want the glory, right, you want to be the leader and you want to pretend you're the president and you're cool and we're all, following in your shadow and yay, what a great job you did. Go ahead, be the leader. I don't care as long as we win. At the end of the day, I just want to have my rights fully restored. I want all the people that are our elected servants at every level held accountable for their actions. If they commit crimes, I want them impeached, arrested, tried, thrown in jail, just the way the law says. And it doesn't matter who gets the glory, who gets the fame. It doesn't matter to me. I don't even want it, Darren. I didn't want to do this. You and I talked about this. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be seen and have the government spies, taking notes on me and trying to figure out if they should send the FBI
blowing up your house.
There you
go.
Blowing
up your house and stuff.
But you know what? We got to speak out. You got to speak out, folks. You've got to use your voice. It's important. So Darren's idea, I love. Have a round table, get everyone together. Let's all let's give everyone, 2 minutes. You come on, you speak your piece. You tell us what you're doing, what progress you're making, what ideas you have, and everybody gets a voice and everybody gets to say what we think we should do. Right.
So we can
mic drop.
Right. That was excellent. We can try again. I know I'm frozen because my screen's frozen.
Right, we hear you.
Yeah, right. So we can try again.
We hear you, Tiff.
And let's see who really does show up. I know that if you put it out there and tag me and Dana and Becca and tag us all, then we can send it out through ours, because I know I know a few people in Virginia that would come on and do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're lucky we got someone backstage here. We got Angel Advocacy Group coming out here right now, which is part of hold on, I got to do this right here. I know I don't have Charlene's own song for her, but what I do have, and Tiff, I don't know, you know her. I don't know if you know her, but you definitely know of her, who this is. She's kind of like you. For the longest time, she stays, she doesn't like to be in the front of the game, but she's kind of putting herself in the front of the game. So hold on, I'm sorry, it's just taking me a second here. I need a button.
Get it together, Darren. Get it together.
Right, reel it in, Darren.
Come on, man.
What the hell is? I know. I was trying. Well, anyway, I'll bring out
Angel Advocacy Association.com.
I know, but this is not that's not the name of the. Here it is. I got it. All right, let's bring her out because she's part of this right here.
In the heart of Ohio, where the steel was rang true, Stark County shadows fell on families tried and true. Canton City streets grew cold with warrants never signed. Children taken in the night, leaving broken hearts behind. But voices rose from living rooms.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angel Advocacy. Here she is. All right. She is here.
Hi, everybody. Yes, we are here.
What is up? Yes, you are.
We had an awesome kids squad that went on for 3 days, guys, up in Ohio. It was great. It was really great.
That was awesome.
We did an event. Yeah. I'm just going to explain a little bit. We have our generation, then we have the next generation, then we have the third generation in now, right? So we're not going to be here one day. So we figured, since we're all not going to be here one day, and then we gave it over to the next generation, so now the third generation needs it. So we started our kid squad with all of the kids that we got out of the system in Ohio. We all got together. There was 40 or 50 of us all in one place. We stayed together for 3 days. We camped out. We had fireworks. Everything was about colors. So what I did was I made the event that during the day it was a color run. We had the color powder that we threw on the kids. I had headbands made, hats made, wristbands made. We did rock painting. We did seed planting. And the second part, we did our hands on a sheet that stays at the establishment where we're at for the next event. So, and
that's so
then
cool.
we started a garden. So within that garden, what our plan is, and this is to carry it on, is the angel sanctuary, which it will be called Wings Sanctuary for the kids. The owner of the property donated us a part so that we can have a monarch butterfly sanctuary for the kids there.
No way.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Wow.
So the Monarch Association, now that I have all the specs in, because we did do it while we were there, as soon as we get the 4 different milkweeds in the ground, I apply for it and we make that. I'll get a certificate for it. We'll be on the map. So we will have a sanctuary, monarch sanctuary for the kids. And that gives them something to grow on, right? So if actually the motto of this is planting a seed, teaching the kid and planting the seed, and taking care of it how far it can go. That if parents didn't take care of their children, they really wouldn't grow to be very good seeds, right? So, so the motto that we were incorporating during this event that we did was also, we also did karaoke, we did s'mores, food out the wazoo, you name it. We had the older ones actually shooting on the range. We really had, just a whatever, had to do with colors event. Then we switched into night. In the night, we did the glow sticks and we set up a tent. We set up the music. We set up the lights up in it. We have all the I invited you guys. I think you're in it, Darren, the Angel Squad Kids private group.
Yes,
I put the videos out in there to show as we were going along so people could follow along with us. But we're hoping that this gets bigger so that the kids can all reunite, and because they all understand each other too, right? Get that? Because go ahead.
We were talking a lot about this week. Is we need this next generation to step. It's time to not hand the torch over, but we need to ensure that what we're doing here, Tiff and I and Angry Citizen, we're only here for so much longer,
right?
Right. We need to make sure that what we're doing in this gets hand off, and this is such huge stuff that you're doing. That you're getting these kids together that are in the system, that have been affected by it. So they know firsthand.
We had, I think, 17 that were out of the Ohio system. 17. 17 that came together up in there.
That's huge.
That's a lot of kids.
Wow. Yeah, it is. And are those kids all home, or are they foster kids, or what?
They're all home. We got them all home.
So those are all kids that you guys have brought home. That's freaking awesome.
And I have more up in Ohio. Wow. I've been with Ohio for almost 15 years. I'm actually out of New Jersey. I'm not even from Ohio. I just got pulled in.
You got that Fran dress you taught.
Yeah,
you got that Fran dress.
I got pulled in about 15 years ago on a tag in online and haven't left them since.
Nice. Yeah.
So, I kind of get the tag in whenever something goes wrong again. But yeah, we did great. The kids had a really great time, and we can't wait for the next one, and we're already preparing for that. So,
yeah, do you have a date in mind or anything?
Not yet. What I'm preparing now is, which I do every year, is for these families that did get the kids home. What I usually do, Darren, is, when the kids get home, and then they're still on like a CPS watch, for at least 30 to 60 days, however they decide to throw it at them. You know how that goes, whoever decides to keep the money flowing. So what I usually do is I get people to help me out on my families that I do help get home to make sure that they're provided with, that they have everything that they need, whether it be diapers, formula, food, clothing, bedding, whatever. toiletries, things like that. Food they can always get, right? But even if they need something special, we try to work that out for them also. Shoes, socks, underwear, to make sure
No
that.
reason for CPS. No reason for
And
CPS
I
to come
keep
back
the
in and take them.
receipts, so let them come at me. Let them come to me and tell me they don't have it. You follow me? Follow me on that,
Yep.
right? So, and they don't like to do that. They regret that. So
Right.
we have people that'll say, "Shar, do you have a Christmas list?" And I'll be like, "You know what? Yeah, we always do. There's always somebody, right?" So I already started getting that in the works and making lists on Amazon. And what I do is I let people pick from the list. I make a private list. I let them pick for it, and they send it straight through to them. So there's no money that exchanges hands at all. It goes straight from one person to the next, from the person that orders it to the person that it goes to, all privately. And usually we do get what we want on that list for whoever we're helping out at the time. All we do is ask for help, and we do get people that help us out. But we stand strong. I am also, as you see here, I was in with you guys earlier. I am Cash Gurnian, Justice Family Organization's vice president. Connie Ward is the president for Cash. That's Cash's grandmother. I've been with you guys from your day one show under Cash. You didn't know it. I came in.
That's awesome.
Yes,
Thank you so much. I couldn't believe it when you told me that.
I saw you out there. I came and sat with you guys on day one when you popped out, and I've been popping in ever since then. Pick a name and I'll be under it, kind of thing. So I am out here on YouTube under several names with several families, and I've been working with families now. I'm going to say 25 years total. And I did stay hidden because my son was under 18, but now that he's over 18, I can come out more. I can come and be with you guys now. I can be a voice now, right? And you don't know how liberating that is to me. Finally, I've always been the bot. I'm out of my own cage now.
You're out of the closet. You're out of there. You can be out here. You can show your face, right?
So now I could stand with everybody and come out and speak. I always spoke as either Iron Man or Batman or Ninja Turtle or now Angel Squad Kids. Never as myself. It's always what I'm representing at the time or who I'm with, which I'm with all of them, or what I've built for the families, whether it be online or offline. And the ones that I can speak on, because we're very careful with what we say and how we do it for their benefit too. But I tell you, I love you guys. I think you're great. And of course, I'm with Family Forward Project also with Connie Regulate, just so you know, we're still moving along strong. Everything is moving along strong.
Yeah, we need to get Connie back in here.
She said yes. Listen, because she was just up in Tennessee. They just put in some very good filings on a case that they want on record. So I'm hoping that she comes out and does the live on that soon. I'm waiting. I think she's going to do it tomorrow, but she's doing a lot of her briefs right now because she is going federal. So with that in play, she has a timeline that she has to get all her paperwork in. So we're kind of like holding out the grounds out here while she does her little paperwork thing that she has to do. But yes, I want a link to the. I think I signed in on that website already, though. If you could, I think I am. But I want the link. I'm going to move it around for you guys.
Okay, great.
And get people and explain it, and we'll explain it.
Yep. Oh, excellent. We've added some safety measures to it. Dana, you wanted to say something, right? I
just wanted to address something very important that Charlene just said, which is that, she was talking about how she didn't want to be seen because she feared the repercussions. And you got to think about that. That's coercion. This is our own government and the agencies and agents of our government using threat and coercion against we the people to dampen our voices and silence us and defeat us. And it's something that's very common. I know a lot of people. You and I talked, Darren, on the phone, and I told you about a couple people close to me who have both experienced the same thing, where I was trying to offer them help by being very loud, very public, writing letters to the sheriffs, to our congressmen. And I've been told virtually every time, oh, no, don't do that, because I don't want to, make a fuss, and I don't, they'll come at me, they'll be mad, and that's what we're living with right now, America. Is we have our own.
I was out. I was out on Yellow Vest TV when I actually had Yellow Vest TV International. I still do, and it got taken down. I was out. I've been out on foot ground out all over. And I did get threatened. And I also got threatened by Ohio by 3 different courts. That's why the last time I went into Ohio, they told me that one of the girls' lawyers told me, Shar, if you come in here, they're going to find a reason to arrest you. And I said, well, let me think about this. Then I was like, you know what? My son's 18 now. I'm going. I'm not letting them, like you just said, I'm not letting them stop me. I'm coming. And I had a group of people that helped me. They hid me. I got to do what I needed to do, my paperwork. I got to do the paperwork with the family in, safety ways. And I did make it to the courtroom, and I was denied to be in the courtroom, not by the judge, but by the CPS prosecutor. Now, here we go. Doesn't a judge usually say, this is my courtroom, it's what I say? Well, it didn't that day. CPS ran that courtroom, not the judge.
I'm not surprised.
But when I left, what I did was I put in some sneak filings through the clerk. And what I filed was to the judge, which at the time we had the HB 6686, I believe it was, for the I got some flickering going on. We must have lightning. Yes, we do. There it goes.
I'll stay away from that.
Yeah. So I filed it on record while they were still in the courtroom, and they put it through, and then they were like, it shouldn't have been put through. Well, their clerk put it through. And it got my name on record, which is what I wanted. So once my name was on record, and now then when they wrote back to the family I was helping, they included me in that I shouldn't have done that, this and that. But see, now that brought into where I could have been brought in as subpoena third party by those, because I'm now mentioned in the court case. See how that maneuvered?
Yep.
So we find loopholes. We find loopholes, basically.
Yep.
That's what we're working with now.
Good on you. And keep up the fight, and we'll support you. I mean, that slowly but surely we're starting to find each other, and we're starting to kind of unite with the people that are willing to do something. I'm always willing to do something. I'm your man. I'll be right up front, and I don't care.
What state are you in?
I told Darren I'm in Maine with Darren.
Okay. I was up in Maine. There was Adam Rice was up in there. I was in Maine about 5 years ago, up in there. And I believe Maine went after the courthouse at one point in time for CPS. They had a big, I'll have to find that. I have the video of it where everybody was protesting up in the CPS on Maine.
Yeah, it's dirty up
I'd love to see that. Yeah, if you can find that, send it to Darren. Send it to me. That would be great. I'd love to see it. Yeah, we're pretty local in Maine. I've been to a few protests myself. So there's a group of us here that stand up. Go ahead, Darren.
Charlene, what do you think about what I'm talking about? Trying again to get a roundtable of all of these so-called advocate leaders of these groups. I know that you can't, and people don't necessarily agree with all of them, but to make and save face for this movement.
I am myself. Let me stop you right there. I'm not a Canton people. I am Angel Advocacy Association, always have been and always will be.
Right.
I just help out in Canton with them guys. I am me, always have been me for 15 years. I am an LLC. I am myself. I am my own voice. Nobody speaks for me. You see what I'm saying?
No, I got you on that.
I can sit anywhere I want and do anything I want. I don't go by somebody's group thing. That's why I'm not a group thing. You see, I help out in groups and I run a lot of groups, but I am my own for that reason, because I'm not going to be tripped up by someone else's whatever they're doing. I don't get into that at all.
No, that's good.
I do. Right. I do what I do. Like I said, Cash's case. Cash is one of the biggest cases in the world. Cash case was, I'm just saying, and I'm out here when what we had to do is they started attacking the grandma. So they needed help on the internet. I saw what was going on. I contacted her. Somebody had already contacted me to get a hold of her, and I did. and we came out and helped her. And right now I just did a with John Parrish in the UK. He's from the UK. He's going to run our story out of Australia. And that is Connie's story on Cash is going to go out probably next week. I'm waiting. That's going to go out in print in Australia. So we're still carrying on with that also. And then after that, we're working on Cash's documentary, which would either go Netflix or Angel Studios. We're trying to figure out which one's going to run with it.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's
Awesome.
So, but what do you think about, now back to the question though, I'm thinking that this time we do this again, if people don't show up, then I think shame on them. They're not part of this. They're not. I mean, the first time we kind of threw it out at a whim. This time we're going to do it again. You don't show up for this, then the movement isn't in your best interest. You know, like this is like, here it is, you know?
Listen, like I said, I try to pop in. I've been popping in on you guys since day one. I try to pop in whenever I can, you know, or share you guys or get you guys out, whatever.
Nice.
It is hard to have advocates go after other advocates, even there is some shenanigans that does go on. I'm not going to say there isn't. That's why I'm me.
Just I'm not saying a word. Just not saying a word.
Right. And I, you know, I stay away from all that because that's a distraction on what my real thing is. And I stay in my lane and keep going on my mission, and my mission is the children, period. You know, I could care less of Joe Schmo, whatever. I could care less. My mission is the family's home prevention and reunification. Right now, I'm targeting, and we're also doing the reforms. I've been up in DC with, you know, of course, with Family Follower Project. I've also been in. I did an engineered accountability petition that was served right to the DHS in Washington, and so we have a lot of things that we're working on. So, you know, at like the higher levels. And when you get up in there, you know, you might think they know or they should know things, and they really don't. They don't.
Yes.
They don't know what you think they should know, you know? And that's the sad part of it.
Well said. Yeah.
Tiff,
very
what do you
well
have to say? We haven't heard from you. What do you got to say about this, Tiff?
First, I want to say thank you for helping those kids. That's awesome.
For real.
And I appreciate you. Yeah, and I am a lot like her because I really don't give a fuck who's faking. You
no kidding.
Right. You know, rotten fruit falls from the tree, right?
That's right.
Right. That's what they say. The rotten fruit will fall.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm a lot like you too. I really don't care unless they drag my name into it, and then we got a problem.
That's right.
See, we get along just fine.
Right.
We can try and do another round table. I mean,
let's do it.
I already told you, this podcast and all the people on our podcast are really going to be the only ones standing, because we really are the only ones who don't ask for money. Like I said last night, when we ask for money, it's for other advocates for
other people
that are with us, right? Like they need help.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah, it is what it is.
I have a video on my YouTube channel. I specifically said, "Don't send me money." I had someone send me money once, and I said, "This is amazing." And I was touched. Okay, but I don't need money. Like, I pay my bills. I've got food, and I got a roof over my head. But what we need is cooperation. We need unity. We need all of us speaking together and working together. That's what I want to see. Send your money to people who need it.
Right, and that's priceless, right? Like we're
for real.
We don't need the money. The people that we ask for money, they need the money. And if we can help them, that's what we need to be doing. That's part of what advocacy is all about. It's helping other people.
Yeah, I've actually paid a lot of money out of my own pocket in both years.
Yes.
I did the Main Freedom Rally. I paid for the expenses. I paid to fly in the guests.
Me too. Yes.
I never asked for anything. So except, again, cooperation, help, unity. Let's work together.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Well,
But
I guess
I will say this in some of their defense, and only because I do put them together. When we do go into DC and there is big things that we are doing, like there is going to be another event up in November, and you have to rent
Expensive.
out a whole hotel,
Yeah.
and you have to rent out the conference room, and with
Yeah.
that conference room, you do have to pay for the part of the menu. You have to get like a brunch or something that's served as part of the package, and then you know it
Yeah.
it costs money. It's like 10 grand or more.
Yep. It's
If we
expensive.
want to be effective at the higher levels, that's what has to be done.
Agreed.
So do I put down the ones that are saying, hey, listen, can you help me out with this trip? Like it's going to cost me 2 grand to get in the door. No, I don't, because I know it costs 2 grand to get in the door, because I probably put the numbers out on something that you've done already. Okay. And that is a lot to ask for people. But and then we have other people that'll help them out too along the way, that have money, and be like, look, we'll help them out. Can you run a, GoFundMe or something like that for them? And they do help them out. So, I mean, that's, something that you cannot stop that expense. If you want to get in with
True.
big wigs, you have to act like a big wig, straight up.
Thank you very much. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can't be a nobody. You can't be you've got to be the part. You've got to be the part
You
that
got
you
to
need to
dress
be.
it, you got to walk it, and you got to talk
Yep.
it. And that's just
That's
how it
damn
is. If
right.
you don't, you're
Yep.
not getting in that door,
Mhm.
and I've been there. Like I said, we've been with many meetings up there and sitting at the tables. And I am one, and I have videos that will say, are we making sense? Or are you going to deem us conspiracy theorists? Let me know right now. And I had people saying, quiet, Shark, quiet. No, I'm not being quiet. I waited to get here. This is what I'm here for. I'm not being quiet. Give me an answer. That's what
Mhm.
I'm here for.
Yep.
If I wanted to be
Truth is the
quiet, I would have
sword of
stayed the
God.
hell home and saved my money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love it. Charlene, I'm so glad that you came here tonight and that you're speaking this way,
Thank you guys.
because
Listen, I appreciate you guys from my heart. Like I said, I know that when I first saw you, as I was working with Cash's case out here, and the way you came out bold, kicking ass, I loved it. I jumped in with you and sat here with you just to watch you guys. I thought you were super cool, and I'm like, yes, finally, kind of thing
Mhm.
going on out here. I expected, because of the name of this, for so many people to be in here through the Patriot groups. And I'm going to tell you this too. I was part of and helped plan that Protect the Children rally that was the Patriot groups a while back, right?
Mhm.
So I took on New Jersey, and then I had given it, well, I was part of it. I had given it to a younger person that was that needed to have the experience, and he was to run the show, and I was just behind him to show him and teach him, right? And that was I don't know if you know Soup Mama and all of them, like we all got together to make that big rally. It was for a Protect the Children rally all over the states. New Jersey. So in New Jersey, we ended up with, at the State House at that point in time, I had 1,000 people that were coming. Do you want to know how many showed up?
I can't even
10.
imagine.
15, 15,
15.
15, including
Yeah.
us, 15,
Yeah.
50. And
Yeah.
here the cops are there, surrounding us. I had security come in, make sure we were okay, because we were told we would get attacked, the whole night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was 15 of us, but still it worked. There was a couple of senators who came and stood with us and spoke, and that was important. Didn't matter, because then we put it out on the web. So our 15 went to a couple thousand anyway, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, it worked out in the end. And we got to meet, some really good senators that would help us. So that's what we need to do, is connect with the right ones that will stand arm in arm at 15 people and just come walk in and grab the mic.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's
I want to.
Well said.
I want to talk. I want to put this out here. This is just. I want to just add this to the fraudulent stuff here that we're talking. What we were just talking about earlier with the fraud that goes on in this. I hope this brings me back to where I just was. Hold on. excuse me one second. So I was brought into because I design I design all kinds of things, right, Charlene? I do all kinds of design graphics
You
and
do
all this
awesome
stuff.
work, guys. Yes,
Well,
you do.
there was a group that was going to Washington, D.C. in this past year that needed to look the part that they were actually paying for the room to get. They got to buy something from that menu and all of that, all the shenanigans that go with it to look to actually gaining access to a room when you go to the Capitol, right? You got to order from their menu and so on. So this group said, well, we aren't really going to be in a room that is doing that. So we need to have something. We need to have a menu to put out to these people. And I just so happen to know where that menu came from. And that menu
It's fake.
It's right here. I got it because I made it. I made the false menu that they put out to show everybody that they were going to be in DC in these false rooms. Let me put it up here, guys, so you can see it here. But there's the fake menu right there that was passed along to certain people's websites and their groups saying, look at this. This is our menu for the thing. I made everything on here. It sounds amazing. I have cauliflower and lobster shit I can't even say.
Wow.
It looks great. Yeah. But that is a false menu that I created for one of these groups to come out and say that they were in a power position and that they were going to Washington and this is the menu that they're feeding their people and their groups, yada, yada, yada. Huh. And it's all a farce. It's all bullshit.
Not hardly shocking.
Many of you out there must recognize this, I'm sure. No one ever ate from this menu. No one ever anything from this menu.
No one ever ate food from Darren's fake menu.
That's right. But there it is. So everybody, I'm sure that some of you remember where this came from, but it did come.
Pretty sure.
There it is. So
okay.
Yeah. So there's that. Oh, and there's one of our my favorites right there.
Oh yeah, look at me and my sister and my dad.
So cool.
Oh shit.
Show. Well, guys, thank you, Charlene, for showing up.
I think thank you so much, Charlene.
You guys are great, and keep it up. And listen, whatever I can do to jump in with you guys, I will. And give me the link. Let me get that out. Let's get that moving. And get in, Darren. Go look at the Angel Squad kids and Tiff, you too. I thought I had put Tiff in that group. The CPS fight is in that group, Darren. Tiff, are you under CPS fight?
No, that's just me. That's just my personal. That's my personal Facebook. So.
Okay.
We need to figure out because we have Tiff and the Punisher now on there. We have Tiff and Punisher finally has Facebook, so we need to figure out how to start getting that out and getting like people when they add us to groups and all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I have CPS fight is in that private group. So just to let you know for the Angel Squad kids color run that we did do. So and not only that, let me tell you a neat thing. You know how they say if you put it out in the universe that things happen, right?
Yes.
So I was pumping this up for like 3 weeks, right? Bait making all this stuff and everything. On my way in, I stop at a rest stop, and now I don't know if anybody saw the volleyball or not the volleyball, the soccer World Cup. And during the halftime, it was all about the kids and family and all about colors and love and unity and all of that. That's what was at halftime, right? So I'm sitting at the rest stop. Here comes the World Cup car straight into me. I jumped out. I'm not shy. I said to the guy, hey, that's the World Cup car. He's like, yeah. I said, can you get in front of it? And I get a picture. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, would you do a little interview for me and say hi to my Angel Squad kids? He said, absolutely. Super cool guy. So it's called Goal is where it's at. So I did a little clip with Goal to send to the kids so they could get a little excited by the soccer car that came from the what is it? or a bowl or whatever. So
Yeah, you do great work,
stupid
Charlene.
stuff that we do, right?
Hey, you know what? It's the things that we got to do to get the kids home, right? This is
Yeah,
all about.
yes.
This is all about. This is all about us getting our kids back and kids home and all of that. And you know what? I'm gonna
Ever
end
heard the
tonight's
phrase
show.
"eye on the prize"?
I do not think people realize what we go through when someone
No.
says help. I don't think
Right.
they realize what we absorb. Are you feeling me, Tiff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
We
yeah.
absorb
Oh
that,
yeah. Yeah, we
okay?
do.
So we carry that on our chest, just so everyone knows out there. And it is a hard thing to carry. It is when you're doing the right thing, right, guys? And I'm being serious with
Oh yeah.
this. If I
Yeah.
do something,
Legit.
you know, like devastating or this or that, or somebody comes with me that, oh, Char, this just happened now in the case. I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. My heart drops at that moment, you know, and then luckily my PTSD goes in the right form of fight, not flight. I fight. So luckily my brain goes in the right direction for them, which other people, you know, that do things like this, they don't. Like they'll, you know, step away or whatever. But it is very hard for advocates to carry this pressure. And we also have a right not to be abused also. I tell this to people all the time. I'm your advocate. I am not your lawyer. I am not your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your grandmother. I'm your advocate. Okay. You do not get you do not get a chance to abuse me or neglect me. You don't. You know, and a lot of people try to cross that line or manipulate you, you know, or they lie to you about their story, and here you are going gung-ho feeling sorry, what can we do? And then you find out, you know, it really isn't what it is, and you get
Yeah, I
duped,
really
right?
actually did do drugs in front of my kids. I just told you I didn't because I wanted you to help me.
Right.
Yep.
So
yeah.
You know, we all have to be very careful ourselves. We really do.
Amen.
It is tough. It's not an easy task to take on, but you know, we vet through them. I do anyway. I vet through them, and I can usually see through it, you know, what's good and what's not, and who I can stick with. And I tell families, I am only as good as you are, and it's the truth, you know.
And you have a bullshit meter too, because I will drop somebody with the quickness. If I catch them lying to me, I'm done. You find somebody else because I'm not doing it. I can't help you.
Absolutely
one strike,
correct.
you're out.
Absolutely, Tiff, and you have every right. And I tell anybody that, you know, if it comes to that, it's you or me. You know, it's me first. Sorry, that's just the way it is. You know, I can't fix something that's bullshit. Nobody can fix something that's bullshit. You know. So
and you can't help people if they don't tell you the truth. It impairs your ability to help them.
And then you're the bad guy. Then you're the bad guy if they lose. Then you're the bad guy. See that? See how that works? They gotta have somebody to blame, right?
Right.
Get that?
There you go.
You know,
well
I don't fall for that. I don't. You know, I kind of can keep it in, you know, under control. But at this point in time, like I said, I am taking, you know, the risk that I have taken. I was already threatened to be arrested, been threatened a lot of times, but I'm still keeping on. You know, like I said, well, you guys, let's rock. Do whatever it is that we need to do. Give me the links. Let's start moving. The more we kick the algorithms, the better off we are. And we just keep moving. Well, if we go stagnant, everything goes stagnant.
That's right. Absolutely. All right, sweet Charlie. Thank you so much for everything.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, Tiff. Good night.
Good night,
everybody. I'm gonna
hold on.
Tiff. Yeah.
We will be starting late tomorrow because tomorrow is my NAACP meeting, so I won't be here until like 8:30, 8:45.
Okay, so tomorrow night for 9 o'clock then.
That's
all right.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just it'll be late tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Okie.
We'll be there tomorrow night. Late. I'm gonna put on a different video than we usually play when we leave here. I want everybody to. I've never done this before, so everybody just check this out. I intend to embarrass this government entity to the very core. something needs to be done because it's not right that they can just go ahead and remove your kid. And I mean, our daughter hasn't even been away from us for more than a day or two, or an hour or two, let alone 2 weeks now. And this just isn't right. And the facts prove it.
I will make sure that my daughter has nothing but the best for the remainder of her life. This kid had the world by every aspect that you possibly could. She was given every chance to become whatever she wanted. We talked daily about her becoming an astronaut or a pilot or, something that was just an amazing feat for her. And she knew the sky wasn't just her limit, man, space was. And my word is, the only thing she needs to be the best for the rest of her life is her mother and I. So let's do the right thing.
It gives them the right, some guardian ad litem that she's spoken with her maybe once, twice, 3 times that she's
a vendetta, an homage. I don't know what you want to call it, but she's got something under her that's driving her to remove this kid from our lives. Oh, she's inexperienced. Inexperienced is what you're going to toss this to? You're going to give an inexperienced person the keys to my world, my heart, our everything? Inexperienced is people that burn a pizza. Inexperienced is bumping your car into something else, because you're an inexperienced driver. Introduced as a third wheel into a kinship family, which I'm thankful for, but that's not her own. She's not with her own mom and dad. She's not even allowed to have her own things. Kaylee Leedy doesn't allow her to have gifts from us. Kaylee Leedy doesn't allow her to even take home simple food things from us when she visits us. It is brutal. Absolutely brutal not having Nina here in my life right now. I would rather sit behind a jail cell door and wait until that moment that I can be with my family again, and that would at least be something. But to sit here and know that she's the one that's suffering, this punishment isn't in my behalf, this is on hers. Now, I made a mistake. What CPS has done and are doing to our family is tearing us apart. In the framework of the investigation, it states clearly, do not recommend further investigation of this family. So why was it taken to that level? And why was it that my daughter was in such imminent danger that it took 8 days for the department to come and pick up my child after being ruled imminent danger? Tell me this. If you lie, you cheat, you steal, I don't want you in my life. DHS is full of that. I don't want them in my life. Help me get them out of my life. Because these people are people that I don't want to be around. I don't want them to have my daughter, Nina, out of our home and put her in a place that they screened. Do you know how long they screened? They screened her. They screened the family for no more than 2 hours prior. It took me 32 minutes to pull up the history of this family and find out that they operated under voyeur cameras, had porn websites, had all kinds of things going on there, that their kids that they had living there had witnessed their father get murdered by their mother, their faces stabbed off, they burnt the house down that they were living in, and this is where they put my 3-year-old daughter that was in imminent danger. Think about the things that Nina has seen now that we shadowed her from and sheltered her so that she never had to go through these things. Tell me now who needs to get the stanchion. Tell me now who's committing the acts of neglect and abuse. Tell me now. Tell me now who's going to look at Nina in the face tell her that she can trust her dad and her mom, and it was their mistake.
I can only count to four. I can only count to four. Nina. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nina fell on the floor. Where you fall? You fall on the ground. What are you doing on the ground? Don't pick. Just don't be alone. What do we got to do to that, buddy? Huh? Meaners. Meaners. Hey, Nina. Hey, look it. What we gotta do? What we gotta do to you, boo-boo? How are we gonna fix it? Gonna put the Band-Aid on? Okay. What else do we need? To have some chocolate? Should we call Mommy and get slushy? That'll help. Want me to call Mama? Get slushy? We'll call her.
We know it's all about the money. We know they lie. We know this is corruption. Does CPS know what they are doing to the children?